I'm fine, Cassandra. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful that I am able to speak with the Kara Stevens. I'm so excited to get to pick your brain about how to be frugal and fabulous at the same time. So let me just get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and read your bio, and then we're going to get right into the questions. Thank you so much for joining the Cassie Brown Project and our reviewers who are very interested in learning about how to get our money, and not just our money, but our minds right. So Kara is a life coach, motivational speaker, author, and founder of the Frugal Feminista. It's an online home created to inspire and inform women of color about financial empowerment, girl power, and juicy living. Kara has contributed to Black and Married with Kids, Ebony.com, Ebony Magazine, Black Enterprise, the Griot, the Root. It goes on and on and on. Kara's mission is to lead a frugal feminista revolution where women feel as confident about speaking about money as they do men, fashion, and their bodies. And you can connect with Kara at www.thefrugalfeminista.com. And I will make sure that we repeat that again, and that we also make sure that people can connect with you and basically stay on your website. Like, your website is always so informational and so helpful. So, Kara, tell me, how are you doing today, and what's going on for your summer?
Oh, well, I'm fine. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon in New York. And as for the site, what's going on is I launched a free ebook called the 5-Day Financial Reset.
Yeah.
Eliminate debt, know your worth, and heal your relationship with money in just 5 days. And it is for free. So go over and download it because it really walks you step by step within a short period of time of how to change your money mindset, to know your ins and outs of credit scores and credit cards, to get a strategy on how to eliminate debt.
Hmm.
And I also offer a little bit of extra that I want to tell you about because I save it as a secret for the readers. But on
Okay.
that, it gives you a little bit of extra to get you through those days when you're not feeling financially fabulous. But
Okay.
it gives you something. Yeah.
And we could all use that sort of help. So tell me more about the 5-day financial reset plan and the goodie behind it, because I'm trying to work my way through it. So tell me more about it.
Okay, well, day one is really helping you get your money mindset together. I asked one of those questions that I had to ask myself when I was going through my financial recovery period. I asked, like, what would your money say about you behind your back if it were a real person? And so a lot of us, when you hear that, we sometimes look at money as this inanimate object, but it is inanimate, but it plays such a key role in our lives. It's as if it's a person, right? We
Yes,
curse money, right? We pray for money. Um, we do
it's
all
true.
types. Right, and money is like that third person in every relationship that you have when you're with like a significant other, when you're with your parents. Um, you always have a relationship with money, whether you're conscious of it or not. And so day one really helps you understand if my money were a person or a girlfriend, would she say nice things behind my back, or would she say things that really reveal a not so healthy relationship? For example, she spends me too much. I don't even have a time to rest because as soon as I come in, I'm going out into somebody else's hands. She doesn't care for me the way I need to be cared for so I can grow, meaning investments, meaning retirement. On the other hand, I had to deal with my miserly mindset where she's holding a little bit too tight. I don't get to enjoy myself. All I do is, stay under the mattress or stay in this low yielding bank account. So when you begin to think about money as a character in your life, you begin to really see where you need to start to heal your relationship. Because we talk a lot about overspenders, but they're those of us that forego basic needs because we have a scarcity mindset. We feel that there's never going to be enough, so we have to hold on to everything that we have. So that's day
And
one.
okay, and that sounds like the big thing is it's all about mindset and understanding what your relationship is with money.
Right. And day two and day three are just more of like structures, like how do you get your financial house in order? what kinds of the key areas in financial awareness are having systems and structures that allow for you to organize your financial house better. Day 3 and day 4 are about ways to eliminate debt, to know what your credit score and what that means to have a good credit score. And day 5 and day 6 are kind of together. I don't want to tell you what day 6 is. It's a bonus day, but it's definitely more along the lines of how do you reward yourself when it comes to this financial journey. A lot of times, I like to say financial freedom is both a marathon and a sprint, in the sense that you want to get out of debt as quickly as possible, but we know it's a lifelong commitment to financial fitness, and along the way you have to reward yourself. So
Okay.
I try to give a little bit of inspiration, because money is such an emotional thing. We need to be inspired when we're making changes in our habits. So that's pretty much it for the 5-day financial reset.
And you're telling me that that is an app. Well, first of all, I know it, but that's an absolutely free resource that people can go to the Frugal Feminista, feminista.com website and basically download it and work through those 5 days. So it's absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
That
I
is
want
so amazing.
a community where, like I said, I want to really change the conversation. I'm definitely about strategies like, oh, do this, do a no day electricity, Friday no electricity. But if you don't get the concept on debt-free living or having a healthy relationship with money, you can do, say, 2 days of free no electricity, and then you're spending in the store. So it kind of negates the purpose of living frugally on one hand and then being extravagant on the other.
Exactly, exactly. So, one of the things that we're facing, and I think a lot of people do, year round, we're always going to either be spending, saving, or constantly working at a balance
Hmm.
to be healthy towards our finances. But tell me more, or give me some ideas of what people can do for the summer, which seems to be like this one big party, right? It just seems like we're from from time to time, we're just going and just spending about on travel, on just many things. So, do you have any tips that you could offer for people who are kind of like, really wanting to still be very healthy in their mindset about their finances, but also enjoy the summer still?
I understand. I completely understand. Where in every major city, there's free stuff to do. So I would first Google free stuff, concerts. There's plays in the park. There's little picnics that you can do with your girlfriends. So you can get really creative. There's lots of times now where there's clothing swaps, where people are looking to exchange clothes barter clothes without any money involved. I would also say this is more of a fundamental structure you should create in your life. If you know summer's coming, it comes once every year, you know it's coming, you plan for it. If you love travel, sign up for travel blogs as well, where they'll always give you maybe insight into the deals and ticket times and the blackout dates that are the best to travel and not the best to travel. But I would also say, if you're going to be having fun in the summer, plan for it in the winter. You
That's
know,
good.
reap what you sow. So you want to be cute, sexy, out and about. Plan for in the winter. So you're going to say maybe $100 for the next couple of months in winter are going to be dedicated toward my sexy summer fun. So you can have guilt-free fun during the summer. I will also even put numbers on things that I want to do. So in exchange, say for one cute summer dress, I will bring lunch to work for the next couple of days. So you do those kinds of trade-offs so you can enjoy the things that you really want to do for the summer and kind of be merciless about the things that aren't really going to contribute to your summer fun.
Okay, that sounds good. And so it's really, again, like you said, it's about planning ahead. It's about you. We know that, like you said, summer comes every year, so it's about planning and really thinking about ways to not just save, but like you said, have a structure in life. And I think sometimes that is what's missing, is that we don't have a system towards being healthy towards our money.
Hmm.
So with that, tell us a little bit about your story. You worked your way out of debt. Now you're empowering other people and other women and other folks on ways to really tackle debt and stay out of debt. So tell me a little bit more about your personal story.
Well, that's a great question. I mean, my money story has like so many different folds and bends, but when it came to eliminating debt, it was just one day when my credit card bill came, and I had this kind of existential moment of it's not going down, it's actually going up, and I would try
Mm-hmm.
to avoid it. I had this idea that being a woman or a true woman meant having issues with money. I would hear women commiserate about like, girl, you know how it is, this money is not coming. And so almost felt it was a rite of passage to have money problems in a way. Or it was kind of sexy and glamorous to be that woman that was kind of riddled with financial issues. It just became part of an adult woman's identity. But for whatever reason, I had this existential moment of like, this debt is not going to go away, and I need to do something about it. Luckily, I had like a range of experiences with money in my family. I had people who were very responsible with money on the one hand, and people who were very reckless. So I was able to see a range of the impact. And so I've always been a reader, so I went to the library that one day and found this book by Glenda Bridgeforth, who, if I would meet her, I would give her like so many hugs, because it was called Girl, Get Your Money Right, or Girl, Get Your Money Straight. And it was like a sister girl's guide to kind of financial freedom. And reading her take on financial holistic self-awareness really fundamentally changed how I viewed money. So that's the background. And then what I did afterwards was like I committed. I mean, that's the next step. Like once you read, you have to do and commit. So I moved home. I got a higher paying job. At that time, this was like I had student loans from my Perkins loans, and I was a school teacher, so I was able to apply for loan forgiveness for my years in a Title I school, which is a low-income area school. I applied because in total I had $65,000 worth of debt, but the last $40,000 I was able to pay in 2 years after I learned certain tactics, which included,
Wow.
I was, and I'm saying this, I went to Ivy League schools. That did not stop me from putting on a clown costume or a Mickey Mouse costume to get that, to get that money to pay towards my loan. So I wasn't above making money to get out of my debt because I knew my goal. I knew what financial freedom meant, and my ego had nothing to do with it. So I think once you commit and realize this debt is going to go away, everything and anything that you do is going to be in relation to that goal. So I sold books on Amazon.com. I had yard sales. I was even selling some of my mom's stuff. She was like, stop that. Like I got to keep it, and I can't sell her stuff. But I was just almost obsessed with this idea. Once I understood the power of financial freedom, I wanted it.
Yes.
I didn't want anyone telling me what to do. I wanted it to be in a position to say, you know what? I don't have to listen to this supervisor. Or you know what? I'm going to change for another job that may be less money but more aligned with my values to see where it can go. So once I understood that money really was a tool for self-improvement, personal empowerment, nothing would stop me. And I was able, and when my friends asked me, well, how are you able, now I'm going to be taking a year off from work, how are you able to do that? It's because I've been putting systems in place for the last couple of years to ensure that I have enough money, I decide what's important to me, and I don't let outside influences tell me what I'm doing is crazy. When you are financially fluid, you can tell me what to do, but until you're there, I'm going to do this, right? So I really became
That's
stuck
good.
with
That's
my
good. Yeah.
commitment to financial freedom and saw the benefits of it little by little. So that was my story. That's my
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love it, Kara, because I was just, and that actually goes right into what I was going to ask you next. I was going to say, give us 3 things that we totally need to do in order to really tackle, if you're in a situation, or even if you're again, just wanting to continually maintain that balance of financial freedom, I was going to ask what 3 tips would you give. Now, I noticed you gave 2 in telling your story. One would be to acknowledge the situation, acknowledge what your financial status is. And then the second thing you said was to take action. And I love that because you found ways to tackle the debt. You got the job that you needed to get. You minimized whatever your spending was. But what would that third thing be, in terms of 3 tips to really just get right into it and go hard to get in balance with your money?
I think I think it's understanding it. Like I said, it's both a sprint and a marathon. It's the mindset that fundamentally is going to push everything. And I think you have to you have to have financial faith, in the sense that you have to have faith in yourself. You have to sometimes be comfortable being the oddball and being a financial advocate for yourself. So that sometimes means being able to say, I can't do it. And I think if you're courageous like that amongst your girlfriends, they'd be like, girl, I can't do it either. And then you're kind of making this conversation more of a deeper, more intimate one with your friends, where you guys can work together to get towards your financial goals. So I would say spiritual and emotional fortitude, faith, and self-respect, because it's self-care, are the things that you really need. You can't let anybody tell you what you should be doing, especially if it's something that's going to benefit you in the long run.
Absolutely. I love it. So now, as we're closing out, I just want to have you talk just a little bit more about www.thefrugalfeminista.com. How am I saying it? Tell me, Kara. You pronounce it.
Feminist, but a little Easter, so feminista.
Yeah, I love it. So that's your website. It's www.thefrugalfeminista.com. Tell us, I love going there because it's like real life stories about what people are doing to stay in balance, to be financially free. Tell us more about what we can learn there and who you encourage to check out your website.
Well, I think the site is for any woman that wants both inspiration and information. From like a person that's not an old dude that's been moneyed his whole life. We've gone through the trenches. We have these stories to tell, and we want to share. And I have a group of excellent writers. I have Narissa Williams. She just graduated with her doctorate in developmental psychology. I have Jackie Burbridge, who has an MBA. I have Aisha Taylor, who's the founder of Effin' Phenomenal, another personal finance website. And then you have myself, and I'm always open to guest writers who have a story to share. It doesn't have to be a perfect one, but it has to be an inspired one and one that's transparent. So I try to make it a movement by sharing the stories. I want to take down that fourth wall, so we can really cop a squat and share with each other. So that's like in general the tone. And I talk about girl power because I am a feminist. I own that, and I think feminism, one of its components is the idea that women have a right to equal access to payment, but also equal access to happiness in their pursuit of whatever it means for them. And the juicy living is you don't want to live life, you're on your deathbed, and you have so many regrets. So instead of a dry, ashy life, I really encourage, I'm a proponent of juicy living, which means that you use your money for things that bring you pleasure as well. So you won't see me saying be austere until your dying day. I say be mindful about what you spend so you can get the lip gloss you want, the bag that you want, the travel experience that you want, but you're not getting into debt. And so that's me. And also I'll be launching my abundance and budget coaching for those that really want to cop a squat and really dig deep into your money mindset to get it. How can I create a budget that aligns with my values? How can I change my mental model to encourage abundance? How can I think about my skills and values to create entrepreneurial streams of income? So I'm going to be starting this week, or no, let me say next month. No, is it this week? Yeah, next couple of weeks. You'll see. Go to the site. I'm launching my abundance and budget coaching sessions, and of course I keep them very intimate. Well, of course, it's one-on-one, but I also make sure that it's customized to help you meet your goals.
How awesome is that? Kara, you are the bomb, okay? I'm just saying, you know, as a fellow brown girl, that I am just very encouraged. Like I said, I've been following you for a few years and just absolutely love your website. I love that I can connect and be encouraged as well as inspired to take action on my journey. Like you said, it's not one that's perfect, but it is one that is in progress.
Right.
So thank you so much for joining us today. And again, how can people connect with you and stay in touch with you? Tell us again.
If you're interested in the budget, abundance and budget coaching, you could just shoot me an email and say, I want abundance. There's a contact form on my site. Two, I'm always on Twitter. I could be a little bit more active, but I have a 9 to 5, and you know they'll fire me, so I need to keep my 9 to 5 until I get this thing going. And third, I am on Facebook and at Facebook and The Frugal Feminista. Twitter handle is Frugal Feminista, and I'm on Pinterest as well, Frugal Feminista.
The
So,
Frugal Feminista. That's awesome. So
thanks so
we will definitely be. Thank you so much for taking the time out and just working through this with me and sharing with the listeners today. Like I know that there were so many nuggets that can be taken away, and we just really appreciate you for sharing. I want everyone to go check out thefrugalfeminista.com so you can stay living juicy and on top of your finances. So thank you again, Kara.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye-bye.